Hey, so today I'm going to show you how to install twombolt cranks. They're really easy to put in. So first what you want to do is, if you're just installing them, they should come with directions, so I don't know if you'll be watching this unless it's too hard to follow, but they should come all disassembled, like I have them, sort of. And then you should have a bottom bracket in there already with the spacer inside. So first what you want to do is you want to get your crank side, or your drive side, and put your sprocket on. Sometimes a sprocket needs a little tapping on with like a rubber mallet, so what you want to do is put it in a vise and then tap it on. But I have an Odyseey MDS sprocket, so it just popped on. Then what you want to do is tighten the bolt with your finger. I just do it finger tight right now. Just as, as tight as I can get it with my finger, then I tighten it up more, so it just goes a little quicker. So after you do that, you want to put it on with a spacer. So you're going to take a spacer. You should get a bunch of them when you get them from Odyseey. So I only use one small spacer on my drive side, because the sprocket takes a lot of room. Actually, I use a fat one and a small one. So, looks like this. One little fat one and one little tiny one. So put it on. Like that. You can see it. Spacers are on. Make sure you put it on the right side. I run right-hand drive, so make sure you want to put your right-hand drive on the right-hand side of your bike. Make sure your spacer's all lined up in there, and push it through, like so. So we have it on, and I say get a couple rags for grease and stuff. Your hands are going to get greasy, and have a rag to put down all your stuff on. So once you have that in, you can see, looks real nice and well. You can grease your spindle too. I already did it, and I actually greased the inside of my spacer inside, so all the grease doesn't just pop right out. But first, on this side, what you're going to want to do is, you have these wedge clusters, and you're going to want to put these on, but before you do that, you want to put on your spacers. So on this side, I use one really fat one. And then one kind of semi-small one. And you just push those on. But what you want to make sure is, you can see how the wedge clusters right here. You can see the wedge clusters. There's a little lip right at the very end of the wedge cluster. And you want to make sure that's covered by spacers, or else your twombolts will keep coming loose and won't work so well. So you're going to want to grease all these faces right here, because anywhere metal comes in contact with metal, you want to grease. So I have my grease gun here. Some grease out on it. Spread it around with your finger. Every face. You can always wipe off grease, but you can't put it on after you've put all your cranks together, so I find it just easier to just put a shitload on, and then wipe it out as needed. So as you can see, I still have a lot of excess on my fingers, so most of the time I'll put them inside of the threads, because they'll make it tighten up easier once you get down there. Next, you're going to want to put on your wedge clusters, right there. They just slide on, and even if they're kept on with like a rubber band, but even if they come undone, there's like little notches. You can either slide them back in, or just put them on separately. I just choose to slide mine in, because it makes it all easier to take care of. So, see, take it like this, and put it over the spindle. Uh-oh. Sorry, it's hard to do this with my phone and my knees and putting this back on. flipped upside down. These things actually get kind of annoying sometimes because they flip over and under and stuff. They're hard to put on. So now that you have that on, you're going to want to put more grease on the faces because there's still more faces up there. So just put more grease on your finger and then spin it around and put them on. Honestly, I love grease because this makes everything quiet and nice. Keeps everything going good. You could also use dust covers when putting together your cranks if you don't want spacers. I honestly think dust covers look better than spacers, but I don't have any dust covers to fit a 22mm spindle. So, there's that. And next what you're going to want to do is take your other crank arm, like so, and make sure that they're 80 degrees apart, because you don't want to try to crank when they're 90 degrees or the same angle. Make sure it's easy to tell with twombolts, but sometimes I've seen people put on cranks backwards and they hit their frame. But twombolts is easy because the writing is on the inside, so just make sure the writing's on the inside. Slide it on. You can even tap it on with a rubber mallet if you need to. Sometimes, like right now, I'm going to have to. So hold one side and then just tap it on and make sure it's all tight. And then you just need to take your compression bolt, or whatever you want to call it, because these are funky cranks. Spin it on. Gotta use my foot. Only got one hand free. Put it on just like that. And you can actually do it as tight as you want. It's not like regular 3-piece cranks, obviously, because it's a 2-piece crank, but this bolt actually only just holds everything together. It doesn't actually get the compression and keeping it tight. That's what the wedge cluster's for. So when you see the, that's why you need to be really extra careful and make sure that you're not messing up with those wedge clusters, because it will totally fuck up your cranks and make them keep coming loose. And that's actually a brand new sprocket I just put on there, so I actually haven't ridden it yet. It's literally brand new. But yeah, so if you have any questions, just leave a comment or message me. And actually, I'm going to have a couple more videos going on today. So yeah, thanks.